So next one is a 320 volt series motor takes 80 amperes and runs at 1080 revolutions per minute at full load. So the armature resistance is 0.2 ohms. Series field winding resistance is 0.05 ohms. So assuming the flux is proportional to the field current, calculate the speed when delivering to the full load torque. But with 0.15 ohm diverter in parallel with the field winding. So first of all, we can differentiate it by two cases. So case number one is, so without diverter is to be present in the series motor. So what will happen, or what is the speed of a motor? Then diverter is to be present. So corresponding parameters is to be calculated. Okay. So first one is the input voltage. Input voltage is equal to 320 volts. So in this voltage at 320 volts, so we can find out the E1 case number 1 or back EMF of case number 1. E1 is equal to V minus IA of RA plus RSE. So in this equation we can substituting all the parameters. So E1 is equal to V is equal to 320 minus current drawn from the supply is equal to 80 amperes of armature resistance is equal to 0.2 plus series field winding resistance is equal to 0.05. So we can simplifying these equations. So which is equal to 300 volts. At 320 volts is to be present in the series motor, or when we are giving the 320 volts, corresponding back EMF is to be generated at particular instant is equal to 300 volts. Second one is, so whenever the series motor is to be presented or 0.15 ohm diverter is to be connected in parallel with the series field winding. So first of all we can draw the motor. So which is equal to series field winding, so which is to be connected in series with the armature. So which is equal to 320 volts across the supply. So corresponding current is equal to 80 amperes. Series field winding, so which is equal to 0.05, which is equal to 0.05 ohm. RA is equal to 0.2 ohm. So in second condition, so which is to be connected in parallel with the diverter, so which is equal to 0.15 ohm is to be connected in parallel with the series field winding. So on that instant we can find out the speed. So in this, so first of all total amount of current is to be drawn from the supply is equal to 80 amperes. So which is to be divided into two parts. So in this, so we can find out the field current or current flowing through the series field winding is to be calculated, which is equal to IF is equal to, so which is to be denoted by IF by using current division rule, current division rule. So IF is equal to total current multiplied with opposite resistance. That means 0.15 divided by 0.15 plus 0.05 into current. So 0.15 divided by total resistance is equal to 0.75 into I, which is equal to IF. So this much amount of current or 80 amperes of current is to be given to the series field winding, but it by presented by the field diverter. So corresponding current flowing through the series field winding is 0.75 times of input current. 0.75 times of input current. So all of you know the torque equation. T is directly proportional to phi into Ia. Phi into Ia. So but in this problem, so another condition is also presented. Assuming flux is always proportional to field current. Flux is always proportional to field current. So field current as well as armature current both are in series. So whenever the field diverter is to present, corresponding flux is also changes. So in this, so phi is directly proportional to IF. So which is also considered as a two cases. Phi 1 is directly proportional to Ia1. So because of, so without diverter, whatever the current flowing through the series field winding is always same as that of armature current. So that's why phi 1 is always directly proportional to Ia1. But in case of a second condition, phi 2 is always proportional to Ia2. But Ia2 must be is equal to 0.75 into Ia2. 0.75 into Ia2. So in this, so we can substituting in torque equation because of torque is always constant. So which is equal to total currents is to be multiplied. So that means 80, previous condition is 80. So second condition is also is equal to 80. Okay. So both the conditions is to be current drawn from the supply is always is equal to 80 amperes. 80 is equal to Ia1. So that means second condition Ia1 must be is equal to Ia2. So which is equal to Ia2 multiplied with, so which is also converted into 0.75 into Ia2. 0.75 into Ia2. So in this, from this equation we can find out the Ia2 is equal to, Ia2 must be is equal to 80 divided by, or 80 square, 80 divided by, so root of 0.75 is equal to 92.38 amperes. 92.38 amperes. So this is the, so first condition. So that means, so we can find out the armature current Ia2 value. So in this, so we can find out the total current or total induced EMF. Total induced EMF is to be calculated. Hence E2 is equal to V minus Ia2 of RA plus RSE. So but in this, so we can find out the field diverter or total resistance is to be considered. Total resistance. So that means parallel combinations of these two resistance is to be calculated. So R equivalent is equal to 0.15 into 0.05 divided by 0.15 plus 0.05 is equal to, so 0.0375 ohms. So which is to be considered in this condition because of, so previously we are only considered for without a diverter, but in this diverter is to be presented. On that conditions we can find out the E2 value or back EMF of second condition. So E2 must be is equal to voltage. So voltage is equal to, as usually input voltage is same for both the conditions. 320 minus Ia2 is equal to, already we are calculated value. So 92.38 of armature resistance is equal to 0.2 plus, so total resistance. So in place of RSC we are considered as a 0.0375. So is equal to 298 point, so 6 volts. So which is equal to second value, E2 value. So all of you know the general back EMF equation. So EB is equal to Z pi n by 60 into P by A. So in that equation remaining all parameters are constant except flux and speed. So that's why we are already calculated two equations. EB1 divided by EB2 is equal to phi 1 n1 by phi 1 n1 divided by phi 2 N2. Phi to N2. So but in this, flux is always directly proportional to field current. So which is equal to IA1 into N1 divided by phi 2 is equal to 0.75 IA2 into N2. So we know the values of EB1 and EB2. EB1 is equal to 300. So 300 minus divided by EB2 is equal to 298.06 is equal to IA1 is equal to 80 amperes. So which is equal to 80 multiplied with N1. So capital N1 is the revolutions per minute. So but in this case small n1. So which is equal to divided by 60 because of revolutions per second. So 80 into, so speed of the machine is equal to 1080 revolutions per minute. So 1080 divided by 60, which is to be converted into seconds, divided by, so 0.75 multiplied with IA2 is equal to 92.38 multiplied with N2. So in these equations, so we are only consider for unknown parameter N2. So by simplifying this equation, N2 is equal to, so 20.65 revolutions per second. 20.65 revolutions per second. Okay. So in this, so first condition is without diverter or without external resistance, we can find out the back EMF E1. So based on the given data. So second one is the, so whenever the diverter or total input current is to be diverted into another one because of any amount of current is to be directly flowing through the series field winding, that stress is to be reduced by adding some external resistance is to be connected in parallel with the series field winding. So based on that condition, we are considered as a IA2 is equal to 90.38 amperes. So based on this, so we can find out the back EMF of second condition. E2 is equal to V minus IA2 into RA plus RSE. So but in this second condition means diverter is to be added. RSE is the total resistance of combination of both the resistances. So which is equal to parallel combination of these two is equal to 0.15 into 0.05 divided by total resistance when we are getting 0.0375 ohms. So E2 is equal to 320 minus. So again series equation V minus IA into IA2 into RA plus RSE. RSE is the total resistance. So again when we are getting 298.06 ohms. So EB is directly proportional to phi into N. So EB1 by EB2 is equal to phi 1 N1 by phi 2 N2. So by substituting all these parameters, we can find out the N2 in revolutions per second. Otherwise, so which is to represented in minutes, 20.65 multiplied with 60 when you are getting revolutions per minute.